assimilation. And then, we know what is assimilation, right? Like the here in Philippines, we used to pronounce it, don't be silly. Remember? But there in the rule, you must pronounce it, don't be silly. So it's very clear, okay? The next is the dissimulation. It's for short. The dissimulation comes from the word dissimulate. Okay, so like the example of the surprise. So you have to pronounce it surprise. There is no R if you want to. Okay, and then so let's
Deletion.
ay. Okay, so
Yung dissimulation, it's the opposite of assimilation. Yung assimilate, the sound will be similar to the sound, to its environment. For example, in the word sin. This one. So this sound is nasal. So this one becomes a nasalized vowel. Because of its environment. So mag-assimilate. So that is assimilation. Okay? So what is dissimulation?
opposite. So it is opposite to the assimilation. So yes, it's very correct. And for the example of the example of the berserk, if you want to know what is the really meaning of this, the berserk. The berserk. But if you want to pronounce the real spelling of this is berserk. But then it pronounced berserk. Okay? So it's very clear that the simulation is opposite to the because of the environment. Like environment. Okay? Okay, let's proceed. You know it already? Okay, baby, let's proceed. To the insertion. Comes from the word insert. Like other professor insert their t-shirt. Okay? So, insertion. When an extra sound is between two others. So, there is extra. Extra sound is between two others. So this also occurs in English plural rule. When the plural morpheme is, we know it already what is the morpheme, right? Yeah. Like the happiness. Happiness. So if you want to give an example, just feel free to give an example. Okay? It's added to bus, like bus. So the plural morpheme S would be unpronounceable, so short vowel. The squa or the schwa. The schwa.
Embarrassing if you say
The schwa is inserted between the two S and S. So if you pronounce this buzz, is buzz. Buzz. It's not anymore bus. Because here in Philippines we pronounce it bus. Where is the bus? But in insertion, buzz. So like for example of this, insertion is in this kind of process.
What do you call that? If you say bus and buzz, what are they? Are they allophones?
Yes. Because yes, it is allophone. And in this kind of process, the insertion, the sound is added that is not present in slow pronunciation or spelling. For example, when we pronounce the hamster, So there is an insert
Where is this?
like this. Like hamster. So the hamster is Hamster. We have to imagine this, okay? So hamster. But when we pronounce it, it used to be hamst. There is a P. So don't speak when your mouth is full. Now, the correct spelling of hamster is this. But we can't hide it because when we used to pronounce it, it goes this way.
Hamster. Hamster.
So there is an insertion.
What?
Because P used to insert. We can't hide it because the rule of insertion is that. So, like we are good. Example, we are a teacher. We used to have a spelling in our students. Okay, number 1, hamster. So the students used to, oh, there is a P. But they don't know. They are students. They don't know that P is just a melon for them. Okay. Like the month. Like the word month. Month of July, month of February. We used to think that there is the correct spelling of month is like this way. But we used to think that the month is double T because we used to pronounce it month. So it's very clear that there is an insertion in that moment of truth. Okay, so everything is going through. Let's proceed to deletion. Afterwards, please. And deletion, okay, comes from the word delete. In the cell phone, like the cell phone, delete the messages. So deletion, with a sound such as a stress, less syllable, or a weak consonant, is not pronounced. For example, most American English speakers do not pronounce the D in handbag. So the D, they don't pronounce the D. Pronounce it everything? Okay, so we can't hear the D. So it's very clear that there is a deletion. They used to delete the D, but the true spelling of what is handbag. So, handbag. Okay? Like the example of the police. Right? But there, they used to pronounce it please. Like this. So they used to disregard the O.
This is very common actually in English. As when you say interesting. Some put a small sound. Some delete the phoneme or the sound. For example, what other examples can you give? History, memory. What else? International. Yeah, international.
Center.
Wherein you delete the letter.
So there is a deletion in that moment. International. Like the international.
Airport.
Emergent. No. Memory. Center.
Separate.
Separate. So we have
20.
separate ways. So 20.
If
So
it's an adjective, But if it's a verb, we say separate.
So if it's an adjective, you have to delete the scammering. But if it's in a verb, you have to separate. Okay? So we know it already what is the deletion, insertion, dissimulation, assimilation, finish or not finish, pass the paper. Question.
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 Is there any question? Government. Deletion din yan siya. I have here, pa-photocopy nyo ito, the American T. So, it's aspirated in the initial position and in stressed syllable, and aspirated in some consonant combinations like as in talk. T is held at the end of the word. T is produced as D-like sound between two words in unstressed position, and we call this the black T. T is silent after N in unstressed position. So, hindi lahat, no? That it says na hindi lahat na if the T is preceded by hindi, only in unstressed position. T is unreleased or held before N in 10 and 10. So we say certain. We do not release. Right? Diyan pa rin siya. Okay? Who will hold this? Who will take charge? I need a copy.
Afraid.